Whenever I get a chance to meet some old friends out on the street, and they ask me, why does a man get to be this way? I've always got a smiling face at any time or any place, and every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, here we go. You've got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. Well, people may try to guess the secret of happiness, but some of them never learn. It's a simple thing. The secret I'm speaking now is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in this song that I always sing. Everybody! You've got to kiss an angel good morning, let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, love her like the devil when you get back home. Oh, there we go. Good morning, everybody, and nice to have you along. Welcome to the morning show here on Wednesday, the 2nd of December 2020. I hope you're all well, and I'm just going to show you what we've got coming up in the show today. We've got the country music headlines coming up in just a few seconds' time, and then, of course, we've got something old, something new. We've got to see if we can catch up to Sandra Sharp, who is currently number one in the little quiz that we do for the something old, something new feature. Then we're going to be from 90s country at 11:30. And I would like you to tell me in the chat, please, who your favourite 90s country artists are. Do let me know, and because I've not planned the songs for the 90s country bit, I'm going to see who your favourite 90s artists are and sing a song by some of them. And then we've got Story of the Song at 11:45. Okay, so that's what we've got coming up today. I'm just going to say a few hellos, see who we've got with us. Who was first in today? John Hand was first. Hello to John. Hope you are well. Gaynor Potter is here as well. She says good morning. Hello, Gaynor. Hope you're well. Alvy Pig as well. Good morning, Richard, and everybody listening. Enjoy the show. Thank you, Alvy. Nice to have you here. And Sharon King says, hi, Richard. Had nothing but problems with Facebook, so if I lose you, that's why. Okay, Sharon, that's fine. Hopefully it'll settle itself out for you and you can stay for the entirety of the show. But we'll see how we get on. Mary Davies, morning everybody. A bit dull in Scunthorpe. It is here as well in Cleethorpes. I've not give Ted his walk yet. I've been too busy this morning, but not looking forward to going out in it, to be honest. But there we go. Steve Ferry says morning. Hello to Steve. Nice to have you here. Thank you, Steve. And Sharon says, hope don't get cut off. Horrible, drizzly, dull morning and need something to cheer us along, and you will certainly do that. Well, I shall do my best, Sharon. I offer no guarantees, but I can, what's the word? Not anticipate. Endeavour. I shall endeavour to cheer your morning up as best I can. Alvy, you're looking very happy this morning. Made me smile as well. Oh, thank you, Alvy. I'll do my best, Steve likes Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. Well, we'll see what we can do along those lines. They was definitely active in the 90s and long before that as well. Sandra says, morning, Richard. Just writing all my Christmas cards while listening to you. Oh, that's very nice. We might have to sing you a Christmas song to help you along. And Sandra Sharp says, morning, Richard and everyone. Hello to Sandra. Oh, you're here. All right, competition's on, everybody. Sandra's in the building, so she'll be opting to add to her 3-point lead during the Something Old, Something New feature. But there we go. It's all good fun. Right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, then I think we're going to move on to the news headlines. Here we go. Okay, first up in the news headlines today is a sad news. A report from the Tennessee Department of Health has revealed that country music singer-songwriter Justin Townes Earle, son of Steve Earle, has died of an accidental combined drug toxicity. His estate is quoted as saying that even though Justin was very outspoken and concerned about the opioid epidemic and the dangers of legal drugs fed by pharmaceutical companies, he became the victim of a deadly dose of fentanyl. Next month, his father, Steve Earle, will release an album of covers of his son's music entitled JT, with all the proceeds donated to a trust for Justin's daughter. And next up in the news today, we have the news about Jake Owen. Country star Jake Owen has become engaged to his girlfriend of about 3 years, Erica Hartlin, after popping the question to her. And Owen shared the happy news on his Instagram stories on Monday night. A photo of the artist and Hartlin and their daughter Paris shows the couple with smiles on their faces, and Hartlin sporting a large sparkling diamond ring. You can just about make it up out in the photo there. They met on the set of his 8 Second Ride music video. Okay, and last up in the news headlines for this morning, another engagement. We've got double wedding bells today. That's Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. They finally decided to get engaged after months of talking about it. They are probably one of the most celebrated couples in country music at the moment. Gwen Stefani, of course, used to be the lead singer of No Doubt, that fabulous band from probably the 90s, were they? 80s, 90s? And a singer in her own right. But yes, after months of talking about it, Blake, 44, finally got round to popping the question to Gwen, who is 51. And Gwen announced their engagement on social media by posting a photo wearing her flashy diamond ring and sharing a kiss with Blake. She also added the caption, "Yes, please." And Blake shared the same photo on his social media account and wrote, "Hey Gwen, thanks for saving my 2020 and the rest of my life. I love you. I heard a yes." Oh, isn't that romantic? So congratulations to all our engaged couples today. And in the traditional fashion, I am going to sing a song which ties in with the news headlines. And what could be better than a song which Blake and Gwen released as a duet probably about 2 months ago now. This is called Happy Anywhere. I've always been a rolling stone with a reckless streak. Yeah, the grass never gets too grown underneath my feet. City lights, 7 stars, no just thing has gone too far. I'm riding wide open. I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any matter, location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm chained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. The beauty of the northern lights in my mind has faded. The blue sky over Telluride next to you's kind of overrated. The windy roll and its twist, miles wherever your heart is. I'm running wide open. I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any matter, location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm trained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. So girl, I hope you know, wherever you go, I know. I'm running wide open. I was born with my feet in motion. Since I met you, I swear I could be happy anywhere. Any matter, location, you're always my destination. You're the only thing that I'm trained to. I could be happy anywhere. I could be happy anywhere with you. I could be happy anywhere. there with you. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. A little bit of Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton. And congratulations to them on their newly announced engagement. So there we go. Good morning. If you are just tuning in, nice to have you along. I'm just going to say a few hellos, see who's joined us since I last looked. Love your t-shirt. What does it say? It doesn't say anything actually. It's just a picture. Joanne says, morning Richard, tuned in from my shop. First day back after lockdown. Oh, of course, it's Wednesday, isn't it? 2nd of December. Well, good luck, Joanne. I hope you make up for the month you've been closed. But nice to have you along. Sandra says, Alan Jackson. Oh, we might have to do an Alan Jackson song for you, Sandra. In the 90s country. Brooks and Dunn, says Alfie. That's another good choice as well. Absolutely fabulous. And also Shania Twain and a bit of Dixie Chicks. Oh, there we go. Very good. Okay, what I am asking, ladies and gentlemen, is who your favourite 90s country artists are, because we do have a bit of 90s country at 11:30. So do let me know who your favourite 90s artists are, and I might be able to get a song by them in during the 90s country section. And we've got something old and something new coming up in just a second's time. And I'll tell you all about that when we get there. We've got a couple of different songs for it today, but it does follow the same pattern. We're going slightly off the country genre today for something old, something new, just for a change, see how it works. So without any further ado, let's find out what the songs are today. Now, don't forget, if you've not seen this feature before, I sing an old song and a not-so-old song. Sometimes there's not that much difference between the two in terms of age. But I always ask you to find the link between the two songs. It could be anything, really. We've had somewhere it's been the same choreographer has written a dance to both the songs. Sometimes they've been written by the same person. But we've only ever had one person who's got the link, and she's got it 3 different times. And that's the lovely Sandra Sharp. So she is top of the leaderboard with 3 points, and nobody else has a point. So today I think it'd be nice to have a little change and have somebody else get a point. But if Sandra wins, then Sandra deserves to win. So there we go. You are looking for the link between the two songs. So listen carefully and think outside the box. It is a difficult one today. I'll warn you in advance. Here we go. Jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts a thumping, and you, a brown-eyed girl, oh, you, a brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened to Tuesday is so slow, going down the old mile. Yeah, my brown-eyed girl. I do apologise for cutting out in the middle of that one. I do have the socket down here that my all my stuff's plugged into, and I accidentally pulled the plug out of the socket. So there we go. But we're straight back in. Okay, if you are just joining us, we are halfway through the Something Old and Something New feature. We started off with a bit of Brown-Eyed Girl. So what is the link between that song and this one? Think outside the box, think carefully, and let's see if anyone comes up with it. It is a difficult one today. Here we go.
I think I've got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. I know I keep you amused, but I feel I'm being used. Oh, maybe I couldn't have tried anymore. Early away from home, just to save you from being alone. Stole my heart, that's what really hurt. Heart and soul, when it's in your face, really shows your age. And no worry, the light in my eyes, you're everything. I laughed at all of your jokes. I love you, didn't mean to coax. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. Love me away from home, just to save you from being alone. Stole my heart, and that's the pain I could do without. It was a friend, so let it guiding hand. You turned into a lover, what a lover you wore me out. All you did was wreck my bed, and in the morning kick me in the head. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. Oh, you lured me away from home, 'cause you didn't want to be alone. You stole my heart, I couldn't leave you if I tried. Oh, yeah. Get on back to school. Steal my dad's cue, make a living out of playing pool. I'll find myself a rock and roll band. I need a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. You made a first-class fool out of me, when I'm as blind as a fool can be. You stole my heart, and I love you anyway.
that does conclude something old and something new for today. We are looking for the link between the two songs. Good morning if you are just tuning in. Nice to have you along. I'll just say a few hellos, see what we've been talking about in the chat. Let's have a look. Rascal Flatts says Sue Bridge. Do I do any of their songs? I don't think I do. Oh, I've kind of done God Bless the Broken Road, but not for a long time. I don't know if I could remember that one now. I'm sure there's another one I do. I can't remember what. Oh, thank you for sharing, Reeb, in Corby. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Yes, we're in tier 3. The whole of Lincolnshire is. So there we go. It's not very good because a lot of Lincolnshire, particularly South Lincolnshire, has got very low infection rates. So it's us up here in the north which let you down. I'm afraid our numbers are quite a lot higher. Brenda Martin, the sun came out as you started singing. Kenny and Dolly, my favourite. So I'm going to have to do something by them. Mary Davis, Rod Stewart, she's having a guess at the link. So is John Hand. You're both guessing Rod Stewart. Mary Fowler is guessing Long John Baldry. Sander is guessing the Grammy Awards and Hall of Fame. Well, I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that nobody has got the link so far. So do keep guessing. You will have to think very, very hard to get the link. Sort of. I don't know. Once it comes to you, it'll just come to you, hopefully. Keep studying the names of the songs and things like that and have a think about it. And we'll see how we get on. Oh, tier 3 as well, says Sue. Hello to Sue Philbin. Nice to have you along. If you are just tuning in, this is what we've got coming up during the rest of the show. We've got 90s country in a couple of minutes' time. I'm going to sing probably 3 songs from the 90s in the world of country music. And then we've got Story of the Song at 11:45. We'll probably have time to finish with another song as well after all that as well. So no problems there. So we had a few things. Dolly Parton was mentioned. Kenny Rogers was mentioned, Alan Jackson, Rascal Flatts. I'm going to amalgamate those in my little brain, and it is very little, my brain. Let's see what I can come up with. Let's start with a bit of Alan Jackson, shall we? Oh, in fact, I better just introduce the feature. So here we go, with a bit of 90s country, and we'll start with a bit of Alan Jackson. Remember when I was young, so were you. Time stood still, and love was all new. You were the first, so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when we vowed the vows and walked the walk, and gave our hearts, made a start. It was hard. We lived and learned life recurs. There was joy and there was hurt. Remember when? Remember when old ones died and new were born. Life was changed, disassembled, rearranged. We came together, fell apart, and broke each other's hearts. Remember when?
sound of little feet was music. We danced to week, brought back the love. We found trust, vow we never give it up. Remember when? Remember when? 30 seems so old now, looking back. It's just a stepping stone to where we are, where we've been. Say we do it all again. Remember when? Remember when? We said when we turn gray, when the children grow up to move away, we won't be sad, we'll be glad for all the life we've had. We'll remember when. Remember when. Thank you very much. A little bit of Remember When by the fabulous Alan Jackson. We are in the 90s country feature of the show at the moment. Just going to do a few songs by artists who were very prevalent in the 90s. And here's the next one. This one's been chosen by a couple of you, actually. We're going to do a song by Kenny Rogers. And this is probably one of his better known songs. It could also fit in with a couple of classics as well, because there was a line dance to this one by the lovely Michelle Risley. But this is a song all about the gambler. Here we go. On a warm summer's eve, on a train bound for nowhere, met a whipping gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns to stare out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us. He began to speak. He said, "Son, I made a life out of reading people's faces. Know what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle. He drank down my last swallow. Then he thumbed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deathly quiet. His face lost all expression. But if you're gonna play the game, boy, better learn to play right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. You're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Every gambler knows the secret to surviving is know what to throw away, know what to keep. Every hand's a winner, every hand's a loser. The best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. When he finished speaking, he turned back toward the window, pushed out his cigarette and faded out to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the gambler, he broke even. In his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You gotta know when to hold, know know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count it. When the dealing's done, you gotta know when to hold, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count it. When the dealing's done, you gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough to count it. When the dealing's done. Oh yeah, a little bit of The Gambler. A couple of people mentioned Kenny Rogers. If you are just tuning in, we are in the middle of our 90s country feature. And I'm just trying to decide what to do for the last one of the three. Nobody's mentioned Garth Brooks, you see. I thought somebody had mentioned Garth Brooks. I was going to do that one. I'll tell you what about, should we try this one? Let me see if I can find it. I normally do it on the keyboard, but obviously I've not got that out today for the morning show, so I'll see if I've got the backing track or not. And if I have, then I shall do it. Yes, I think this one should work. Goes something like this. There's a bit of Colin Ray, definitely a song from the 90s. Here we go. Well, I know I disappeared a time or two, and along the way I lost me and you. Needed a new town for my new start, selling VCRs and I can soar into your heart. And I haven't had a drink in 19 days. My eyes are clear and bright without that haze. I like the teacher from the Church of Christ. Sorry that I cried when I spoke to you last night. Think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock, solid as a stone, baby, wait and see. Got just one small problem here in Little Rock. Without you, baby, I'm not me. Well, I don't know how I held it all inside. You must have thought I'd never even tried. You know your daddy told me when I left, Jesus would forgive, but daddy don't forget. Think I'm on a roll here in Little Rock, solid as a stone, baby, wait and see. Got just one small problem here in Little Rock. Without you, baby, I'm not me. I hear a post new tell me thoughts of you explode inside my head. I could kiss a beautiful sand. Finally all of crumble in my head. Slow, maybe we'll see. Got just one
that does conclude our 90s country section of the show. Let's just say a few hellos, see what you've been talking about whilst I've been singing those last few songs. Where were we up to? Round about there, I think. Sharon, haven't got a clue on quizzes. Neither have I normally. There we go. Stevie Wonder, that's not the link. No, the link's not eyes either, Sue, I'm afraid. Morning, everybody, says Marilyn. Hello, Marilyn. Nice to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. And Alvy says they both sang Have I Told You Lately. Okay, that could be a link, but it's not the one I'm looking for, I'm afraid. And Sue says, link, couple splitting up. No, that's not the link, I'm afraid. Both singers sang on the same album. No, it's not that one. Good God, no, we're having trouble today. But I like all the guesses. I'm pleased all the guesses. We are looking, if you wasn't here for the Something Old, Something New feature, we're looking for the link between Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison and what was the other one? Oh, Maggie May by not Stevie Wonder. Who's put that in my head? Rod Stewart. So that, the link between the two songs, I will let you know, of course, later on in the show, but do have a little bit more guessing time before I do. Johnny Flinton. Good morning, Mr. Palmer. Hello, Johnny. Nice to have you along. Thank you for tuning in. John Hand, I'm going to put £15 in your bank account on Monday. For your CD and no party. Brilliant, John. Yes. If anyone else would like a copy of my Christmas CD, I do have a few copies left. I'll hold it a bit closer to the camera for you. A Very Country Christmas. It's 14 country Christmas classics. Well, the Christmas classics redone in a country style. They are £10 plus £1 postage. If anyone would like a copy, I've just got, how many have we got left? Only about seven or eight, I think. Do let me know, and I will be happy to sell you one. Oh, Johnny seems to like Little Rock. That's good. It's a fabulous song, isn't it? Really good song. Alan says football. No, the link isn't football, I'm afraid. Keep guessing, and you might be getting slightly closer. I don't know. Maybe you're not. But maybe thinking outside the box is the way forward here. I don't want to give too many clues away. But there we go. Okay, what I was going to show you what we've got coming up. We've only got one feature left today, but I'll show you it anyway, just in case you missed the beginning of the show and want to catch up at a later time. We did do the country music headlines. We did Something Old, Something New, then 90s country. And we are about to do the story of the song, which is where I tell you the story of a song, basically, and then I sing the song for you. So we're going to do that now, and it goes something like this. Okay, here is the song for today. Blue Ain't Your Colour by Mr. Keith Urban. I know a lot of you like this song and a lot of you love Keith Urban as well, so hopefully it'll be a popular choice today. So I'll just tell you a bit about the song. It was Keith Urban's 22nd number one hit. Can you imagine that? 22nd number one hit. And it was the fourth single from his 2016 album Ripcord. It was written by Hilary Lindsay, Clint Lagerberg and Stephen Lee Olsen. Although it wasn't actually written for Keith Urban, it wasn't written with him in mind, but all three writers agree that he was the perfect artist to sing it. Olsen has revealed that the idea for the song came to him whilst he was sleeping on the couch and woke up at midnight. He remembers seeing something vaguely on the TV with the word blue in it, and it came into his head, blue ain't your colour. And he wrote it down into his phone and went back to sleep again. And the next day, he decided to take the idea to two other writer friends of his who agreed to collaborate with him and come up with the song together. Apparently, it flowed very naturally afterwards, and Steve recorded a demo of the song, and it was decided later that they would pitch it to Keith Urban. And Keith said immediately upon hearing the song that it was an immediate love. So there we go. And I'm going to sing it for you now. Oh, just put my reverb off. I'm going to sing it for you now. And just we're going to have a couple of time for a couple of songs at the end of the show. If you have got any songs that you'd like me to sing at the end of the show, please let me know in the chat, and I shall try and include it for you. I will, of course, also be giving you the results, or the answer, should we say, of the Something Old, Something New teaser. Here we go then. Blue Ain't Your Colour. I can see you over there staring at your drink, watching that I sing all alone tonight. And chances are you're sitting here in this bar, 'cause he ain't gonna treat you right. Well, it's
but I'm gonna say it anyway, 'cause you look like you haven't felt the fire, had a little fun, haven't had a smile in a little while, baby. Ooh, looks good on the sky, looks good on that neon buzzing on the wall, but it don't match your eyes. I'm telling you, you don't need that guy. So black and white, stealing your thunder, baby. Blue ain't your color. Being a pick you up kind of guy, trying to trick you up, take you home. But I just don't understand how another man can take your soul and turn it ice cold. Well, I've had enough to drink and it's making me think that I just might tell you, if I were a painter, I would change her, oh, just to paint you brighter, baby. Ooh, looks good on the sky, looks good on that neon buzzing on the wall, but darling, it don't match your eyes. I'm telling you, it don't need that guy. So black and white, you're stealing your thunder, baby. Blue ain't your color, no. Blue looks good on the sky, looks good on that neon buzzing on the wall, but darling, it don't match your eyes. I'm telling you, you don't need that guy. So black and white, stealing your thunder, baby. Blue ain't your color, blue ain't your color, no. Thank you very much. That concludes your story of the song for today. Blue Ain't Your Colour by the fabulous Mr. Keith Urban. Okay, let's catch up on any of your comments. Marilyn says, fabulous Christmas CD, very professional, great selection. Thank you, Marilyn. That's very lovely of you to say. Thank you. Sue Bridge, both singers have 3 letters in their first name. It's a tenuous link, but no, I can't give you that one, I'm afraid, Sue. Link, they are both 75. Okay, that's an interesting link, but it's not the one that I'm looking for. Johnny says, both songs written about previous relationships. No, that's not what I'm looking for either. Gaynor, Just to See You Smile, I think that's a song request. And it's not because they're both about relationships, I'm afraid. Wrong Side of the Road, I don't do anymore, I'm afraid, Sue. Else I would fit that one in for you. Alvy says, Blue Ain't Your Colour, love danced every step. Thank you. Oh, I'm pleased you enjoyed dancing to it, Alvy. Well done. Mary says, loved the dance to Blue Ain't Your Colour. Like such a lot. Can't remember it now. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Somebody's asked for, who asked for Just to See You Smile? Gaynor. Right, Gaynor, we'll do this one for you, my darling, and then I shall tell you the link between the two songs. So you've only got the next 3.5 minutes or so to have your final guesses, and then I will reveal what the link is.
Just to see you smile. Here we go then, and I've still got room for one last request for the last song of the show. So do comment with that in the chat as well. Here we go. Just to see you smile.
You had nothing that glitter. I was far from being made to go. Don't lie when I scraped up the money. Oh, I just never could quite tell you no. Just like you were leaving Amarillo, taking that new job in Tennessee. I quit mine so we could be together, and I can't forget the way you looked at me. Here we go. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. And all is said and done, I'd never count the cost. It's worthful at last. Just to see you smile. Oh yeah. Let's see you smile and come on. When you said time was all you really needed, I walked away and let you have your space. Leaving it hurt me half as badly as the tears that saw rolling down your face. Oh, well, yesterday I knew just what you wanted. You came walking up to me with him. So I told you that I was happy for you. Oh, give it half a chance, I'd lie again. Here we go. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I'd never count the cost. It's worthful at last. Just to see you smile, I'd do anything that you wanted me to. When all is said and done, I'd never count the cost. It's worthful at last. Just to see you smile.
There we go, just to see you smile, especially for Gaynor Potter. Okay, let's catch up on the comments. Is it they've both got two legs? That's not the link, Sandra. You're scratching at straws now. But yes, I know you want to continue your reign of 3 points. Well, it'll be 4 points if you got this one right. But I'm afraid that's not the link. Side by side, says Alvy. Better Man says Sue Bridge. I think these are requests for the end of the show, aren't they? And Sandra says, did they both start off in a group, then went solo? They might well have done, but that's not the link. Although, I don't know. But that's not the link I'm looking for. And it doesn't look like we've got any correct answers. They are both sirs. That's not the link either, I'm afraid, Alvy. Okay. Do you want me to tell you them? Do you want me to tell you? Just before I do, I'm going to say goodbye, I think, because I'm going to get ready to do my last song. I think we'll finish with Side by Side. Alvy's asked for Side by Side, because I did Better Man on my last show, Sue, so it's a bit soon to repeat that one. So we'll do Side by Side. Just let me find it. We Work It Out is the name of the song. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Very lovely to have your company. Thank you as well if you have left a tip, or if you're going to leave one at the end of the show, that is very, very kind of you to do so. And as well, if you would like to order a CD, then I do have, as I say, about 7 or 8 copies left of my new Country Christmas album. They are £11 inclusive of postage. Okay, so we are looking for the link between Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison and Maggie May by Rod Stewart. Okay, are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? We could do with a drum roll, but I've not got one handy, I'm afraid. The link is, and I told you to think outside the box, but it is quite clever. The link is British Prime Ministers. So Maggie Thatcher, Theresa May, Maggie May, and Brown Eyed Girl, so Gordon Brown. That's your link. Here we go.
Grandma and Grandpa married now for 50 years. Had a friend and a family, plenty of heartache and tears. If you ever ask them the secret to success, Grandma takes Grandpa's hand, and this is what she says. Here we go. We'll work it out, time after time, giving up never crossed our minds. Side by side through thick and thin, whatever trouble we get in, our love is never in doubt. We work it out. You and me, another anniversary. Oh, you gotta admit, we're happy as we can be. But whenever things go wrong, we don't turn and run. Just take Grandma's good advice and remember how it's done. What do? We work it out, time after time, giving up never crossed our minds. Side by side through thick and thin, whatever trouble we get in, our love is never in doubt. We work it out, yeah we do. Work it out, time after time. Oh, giving up, yeah, it never crossed our minds. Side by side through thick and thin, whatever trouble we get in, love is never in doubt. We work it out. Our love is never down. We work it out. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.